for a bit of live trucking around Europe. Alright, let's find out where we are in the world. Right, yep, I am where we left off yesterday. In Grimsby. This is where we ended up after that 40-hour job. Alright, let's just get rid of that sat nav and let's go and do up the truck first. Oops, everything's a little bit loud on my end. As you probably hear the roar, I'm sitting on my gushy and it does roar when it roars. Right, let's find where it is. It's on the other side of the road. Always get that bloody mirror up. Now there's only 600 people on the whole server that I'm on, 655 to be precise. Again, it is half 2 in the morning, where most of us are in bed, but not me. Oh, that roar is even. There's our first person. Hey, we got a pup of the first pup of the night. Right. Now, depending on what job I do take, we'll see just how far and how long I'm going to be streaming Euro this morning, tonight, whatever you want to call it. I might do a multiple of a few little jobs, or I might just do one big one, like we did last night. There is that. Where I need to be, it certainly is. Right. Let's just see what we need. If we do need to update anything. Now we've got 1,000 pounds worth of damage. Again, we don't have too many crashes on the way back. Now why am I dipping so badly? So let's get that sorted. Wrong key. I always get confused which key it is. It's ain't that one. It's this one. I think that needs to be brought. That's better. I ain't too bothered about seeing the dashboard. That's a lot better for me. Right, let's get rid of that sat nav. Because again, I don't want to be seeing it. Right. Let's go. Let's get our job on and let's find out where we're heading in the world. Right, we'll go for that company around the back of here. And my cushion is evil tonight. I don't know why so much of it so revving so loudly. Come on, traffic lights. Rocking it on the Fanatec. If you're new to my channel, this is what I've just upgraded to. Fanatec V2.5 wheelbase, which is absolutely awesome. Run it on the Forza Motorsports wheel that comes with a bundle. I've also got the F1 Esports wheel as well. Again, I'm still looking because 1, the road's closed off, and 2, I'm on multiplayer and it should be any dots. But it's just a force of habit with this game. Anyway, let's see what this has got to offer. I'm going to start with these kind of jobs. Let's have a look. We want something fairly long. No, where's that one? Where's that taking us? Bottom of France. You know what, I'll take that. It's only a 19-hour job, but it ain't a massive one. It's good enough to start me off on the stream this morning. Now hopefully everything stays on, because occasionally my webcam does one. But it should be all okay. I've just checked everything before I've started the stream. I'm situated in a place where my console's going to be staying permanently. I'm right by the window. It's lovely and cool tonight. It's raining as well. I can hear rain outside. Right. Now, if anybody watched yesterday's stream, we did a 40-hour in-game drive, and what a drive that was, from Italy to Grimsby. What a delivery that was. But I'm happy to say, no crashes, no online people crashed, and we met quite a few on the way.
Go straight on.
Will do. I love this app one when it tells you to go straight across. The lights are on red, love. Means we have to stop. I'm using TrackIR Pro with the Pro Clip. Again, means I can freely move my head around the screen and keep my hands on the steering wheel solely just for driving. Just keep my speed down a bit. Again, if it's empty roads, I do try and stick to the speed limit, but if roads really quiet and then straight and flat, then I do tend to put my foot down a little bit, I must admit. But if it comes to the point where I've got other users on the roads, then I do slow down and, you know, respect the other people who are playing the game as well as myself. But if it's quiet like this, as you can see, if you're new to Euro trucks, when you do World of Truck jobs, you're restricted to 56 miles an hour. When you do other jobs, you can go as fast as your truck will allow you. But I wouldn't advise going mega fast. One, you'll end up crashing your trailer, and two, if you're just starting out, you'll end up with no money. So it's best to stick to the speed limits. That's what it's all about. But again, if you're in a straight line, I mean, what's the speed now? It's 50 miles an hour coming down there in game. That's what it says. There's no way even I would do 50 miles an hour. And I've been playing this game well over 6 months. I still wouldn't do it if I played it 3 or 4 years. You just know yourself when you can go fast to the point where you go slow. And you want to enjoy and take all the scenery in as well. And you never know who's going to be coming around the corner like that bloke. I could have been on the really going fast and ended up crashing into him. And that's something you don't want to do. I'm just adjusting my equipment best I can. Right, that's better. I don't know if I'm coming over loud enough. As you can see, here's the microphone. So again, it is early hours of the morning. I don't want to be shouting down a mic, waking everybody up just because I'm up. I'm rocking all this little lot on a nice big 50-inch television, as I said last night, and it does feel like I'm in the cab. I'm virtually on top of my screen as well. I can virtually reach out and touch it. where when my equipment was further up that room, the telly was quite some distance away. So it did sort of feel like I was in the games that I was playing. Now if you look on my channel, I do play various amount of different driving games, from project cars, Assetto Corsa, F1, Assetto Corsa Competizione, FA1, Trucks, Wreckfest, that's just to name them all. There's F1 2018 as well, which again don't play as much as I used to, due to the fact getting F1 2019. Date Rally 2.0 as well, that's another one. So, plus this and American trucks. So there's a various amount of content each week gets uploaded to the channel. I'll try and do a daily stream with either Euro or American, whichever takes me fancy on that day.
Turn left.
9 times out of 10 it is normally Euro. There's more to be doing in Euro trucks than there is on American, but again I do enjoy America as well. Playing American on multiplayer though, there tends to be less people on there, due to the fact that people don't play it enough. So you can always go on and enjoy a good stream and not have many idiots. You get more idiots on this one than you do on
turn left.
America. Again, not this time of the morning. You're going to have majority of the people sensible playing it, because most of the idiots are in bed. And it's a shame really, because video today with them introducing Pro mods, it will be 2.42 into TruckersMP, so that will be good for people that have experimenting with Pro mods. Again, if you've never seen what Pro mods on, Pro mods is a mod that alters the base game, which will give you more areas to the maps. Again, I could run it, or I don't think I can run it at the moment, especially on this computer. So I ain't sure if I can, but if I could, I would be using it because it is good. Once it's gone through its process of loading up, it loads up fast. First time round it takes a little bit of time because it's altering and getting everything changed, all the different textures and stuff, but once it's done that, it's fine, it works well. But you can add loads of different areas that are original in this game. It can be really modified. There's a guy called Wombat. Go and Google his channel, and his Mac for Euro trucks is absolutely huge. He's covered mainly the whole of the country, or different countries should I say. So, but again, it does take a lot of time, a lot of how you stack the different files in order, because if you don't stack them right, they end up crashing and not working. So you have to stack them in a specific order, and you just mess up one file and that's it, it's all over. I've done that myself, where I've loaded up different files, because again it's a lot of trial and error. If it works, fine, it's brilliant, but if it don't work, then it's like, oh dear, because it don't actually say, oh well, by the way, it's this file that's causing the confliction, and you end up just having to take it every file out to play and work it out. Now luckily, when you come online all your mod files get disabled. So basically everybody's sort of playing on the same playing field. There's only a few mods that are allowed by multiplayer. So if you say in my instance, I've made all my truck all fancy, I've put all things on the dashboard. Them, when I'm on the dashboard, that truck mug and cap is because they am one to do with the game. If they hadn't, they wouldn't be on the dashboard. The game wouldn't allow them, yeah? Them and one through doing stuff on Steam and achievements that was done in game, organised by them. So hence why they're still there. But if I had like flashing lights, because of a night time, this cab is all lit up blue or whatever colour I decide. When you come online, that don't happen. All that gets disabled. That's just an example. So basically, it don't make no difference how fancy you make your truck look or whatever you do when you play on multiplayer. You go back to looking just normal. So expect that if you're new to Euro trucks. And again,
keep right,
when you do hours and hours and doing your truck, that'll make you better at driving. You're still going to drive exactly the same.
Go straight on.
It just looks nicer. I mean, a lot of people come online and then, oh man, but then they go back and play in their own games with pro mods, natural looks, stuff like that, and other mod files, and their games look brilliant. My friend's looks absolutely spot on. Again, he uses Pro Mods 2.41, natural looks, and a few other mods, and his game looks absolutely fantastic. I tried myself on my other PC and couldn't get it to work, no matter how much.
Keep right,
so,
and then continue straight on.
And that PC is a better PC than the one I'm actually using now, so if I couldn't do it on the better PC, what chance have I got on this one? Not a lot. But I'm going to wait until Pro Mods have released this 2.42, which they've said they're going to release in a couple of days or whatever. So when they do, I might just try Pro Mods just to see what's happening, whether it'll give us, well, I know it'll give me a load new. So if I can employ that with the EAA map as well, which I've already got installed, then I'll be happy, because that'll give us loads new areas to discover. And if it is integrated properly, then welder truck jobs will be able to be done, because sometimes you can go to welder truck jobs and when your mod files, because they are original files, you could do the jobs. I've took on welder truck jobs, drove to like ports and stuff, only to be told, oh sorry, rerouting you back to original map or whatever, something to them words, because they can't find the file to correspond with where you're travelling to. So you end up losing the job and scrapping it, and starting all over again. It really is quiet on this road this morning. Again, I don't know where these 655 people are, plus me. But again, at least you know that you're going to come on here and nobody's going to be crashing into you. Now, I changed my telly yesterday to high dynamic range, and I don't know why my sky looks green and then it will go blue. It looks absolutely horrible. The sky does anyway. My cushion is really vibrating this morning. I think it's set up too much for the engine. It's got a mind of its own, this cushion has. You can set it fantastic. You switch off, come the next day, and this is what you get: constant rumble. It's like giving your backside a massage. But you do feel every rumble, every strip bump I go over. I get to feel it. So
Keep left and then continue straight on.
I better get over. So I'm ready for
Go
Felix
straight
still.
on.
It'd be hard to play this game or any that support this cushion now. I don't think I could do it without it. It's so much of a game changer. And to think all it is 4 like little speakers.
Keep right
And do it.
and then continue straight on.
Let's get in the middle. Land and
Go straight on.
is it the A1? M25, that was it. Probably the quietest M25 motorway we'll ever see. You might see a few people when we get to France, because France is normally a busy port where there's a lot of people about. Again, it is a busy port in the game. I love it when the TruckersMP and CSC software come together with organised events and you go and play them on multiplayer. That's when this game gets really, really intensive, really good. It's about time they come up with something else. It's been a few months since they come up with nothing. I'm going towards Delva.
Keep left and then continue straight on.
Yeah, I've got it, love, don't panic. Been down this road
Go straight
before,
on.
as they say. Now, when you play this with modded foils, the road into Dover is totally different than what we see here now. It's way better, done by Pro Mods. It's absolutely fantastic. But of course, we don't get none of that at the moment with the normal files. And I'm already doing 7 mile over the speed limit. Will we get a pop from these couple? No. Tugboats. You can come and have a look. Woo. Some of the detail. A little church there, a few little houses. It does get a little bit repetitive. You know, you'll drive down the road and there'll be the same kind of textures. Where when you play with any of the modded files, the textures don't seem to repeat themselves as much. That's one of the good things. But again, you ain't driving you aren't driving on textures, but it ain't gonna make the game no different if you have got different textures to have in none at all. It's nice to have a different bits of scenery. That's to me anyway. But again, like I said last night, and I've said many times, I'm lucky to even get multiplayer in this game. So I know there's a few people that used to play it, and of course because of people that don't play the game properly have stopped playing multiplayer, which is a shame really. Again, why gear up and let people that don't want to play the game win? And it does drive you mad when you've been playing it properly and you get some idiot going it yet after a couple of hours of driving. I've had it done before. I've drove from Russia going back to England and somebody's deliberately hit me, say in Germany or somewhere like that, after you've drove, I don't know, a couple of hours streaming time, and it to crash you for the fun of it. That's where it
turn left.
Tends to get a bit frustrating. Plus I was in a foreign country and I'm trying to repark myself on the road. I even got out, did you? Oh dear, there's still hope for me, yeah. Right, Southampton, here we go. This is rumbling as I'm accelerating. This is one of the features of the cushion that I sit on when I accelerate. So does this bit's also rumbling from the sound of the engine. So because I've got my foot down on the accelerator, I'm now rumbling like a good one. When I take my foot off, it sort of rumbles as well, but it's a totally different kind of rumble.
Get ready
or it
to
feels
turn
it anyway.
right. Turn right.
Sounds like it's raining terrible outside here tonight. Seem to block the world out when you've got your headphones on. That's why I always sit with one ear for the world, one ear for the game, so I can sort of still hear what's happening. Sometimes the world could end and I wouldn't even know because I've got my head stuck in a set of headphones. Nobody's friendly this morning. And here we come, channel tunnel jobbing. I think it is. Yeah, channel.
Get ready to turn right.
I'm surprised it's quiet down here as well.
Turn right.
Because this tends to be another busy spot. Anyway, we're here now. Oops. And I drove totally past it. So unless I can come and turn round
Okay,
somewhere around
let's
here,
find a new route.
I've got to drive all the way round to join back up again. And I'll swing that around in there. No, and now we're going to try and attempt it. We'll have a little detail. Ain't going to make much difference to my time. I could have turned around on there, but for what it is, I might as well just carry on round.
Get ready to turn left.
And again, that's uncovered that little bit of
Turn left.
grey area on my map. Just have a little look, see if there's anybody driving round, because there was two that drove into it, so I don't want to be crashing into anybody. Right, let's try that again.
Turn left.
the addiction with this game, to think I'm in charge or totally in control of a big wagon on whatever trade they're on, you know. Right, that's this one. Well, matter of fact, it could have been the other one. They'll both take me to the same destination. Now that guy's just coming up as I'm trying to get on. Again, we're in an area where I could drive straight through him. So I ain't going to hit him, I ain't going to damage him. When I first started playing, I thought I'm going to hit this guy. But as you go through it, you coordinate him and they coordinate you, so it's all good. Oh, going to be chilly tonight. Whoa, shivers me. Anyway, front swimming. I'll put the truck into reverse. Now we might have a little bit of activity yet. There's actually somebody pulling out with me. Rie pulled up, but he's still there. Now I've got to remember to drive on the opposite side of the road, being in France. Again, sometimes it does get a little bit confusing. You think, oh, what country am I in? Well, I do, when I come online, I do spend more time in Europe than I do in England.
Get ready to turn left.
Sort of used to driving on the opposite side of the road now, compared to driving on the left, as we do in England. And I'm really surprised that this is quiet. Again, yeah, there is only 600 people, but this is normally one area of the map that's busy no matter what time of day it is. So, wherever these 600 people are in the world, they are in France.
Turn left.
Oh, for once I ain't doing that. Hey, that's a good one. I'm normally indicating to go down there. That's a first. Oh, I'm actually going towards Paris for a change. Right. Not a bad thing. I was so surprised that I'd have to turn. I was ready to turn that way. And that's that guy that's just come off that Euro tunnel with me. And he just pulled away. I've been gone a good 5 minutes. Oh, is this crash? Or no, it's only there. I do believe I have been down this way. So it's all greyed off area. And I could even remember coming down this way before I deleted my profile. So this could be a new area of the map I've never actually drove down in there before. What I have now? No interaction. Either my horns are broke or they just don't react. Hey, there is one alive. Some do, some don't bother to pop. I'm looking alright for diesel. Again, have I been in? So I sometimes tell whether I've been down a road because 9 times out of 10 I've been in the petrol station, and I ain't been in this petrol station, so 1, I may as well come and do it, and 2, I'm just coming up for half a tank of diesel, so I may as well fill up. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as they're saying goes. Stop the engine, like that. A little vape pit stop. Right, that's that done. And away we go again. Oh damn, really getting rumbled today. A good time to do a rest stop. Just check the mirror, see if there's any coming. Again, there ain't nothing coming. Now if you're playing this on normal, you know you would have other cars probably exiting and coming up and down the motorway. So you do have to check. Again, it's just a force of habit when you play offline. You always tend to check your mirrors. Policeman standing there from a crash that even there. Makes you laugh. Here's his other mate. He's even getting closer to the edge of the road. Let's get run over. Paris. Straight through, heading towards Paris. Now, it's funny, Paris, Eiffel Tower actually in this standard version. You can actually download Paris Rebuild, it's called, which again is another mod, and it puts like the Eiffel Tower into the game. You would think that Paris Eiffel Tower would be in it, you know, but no, when I made this originally, I forgot the Eiffel Tower. So, because you tend to look for landmarks that you recognise or know. I mean, for me, a landmark, because it tell you the city where I started in. I started off the game in Cologne, Germany, but my local town is Birmingham, and we've got the PT Tower. So you would think people coming from France would have the Eiffel Tower, but no, it's out there. But you know, I've got, like I said, people that modify this game to make it more playable and enjoyable. They do a great job of doing it. If you want to learn more, go and check out the interview that Pro Mods and TruckersMP have put up today about the forthcoming updates with the game. I've already watched it before I've started streaming tonight. So again, it's looking good. Because when you enable mods, of course it takes a little bit of time for them to activate and load up, and then you'll come back on something like this where they all get deactivated. So the next time you want to play them again and you want to play on your own, you've got to wait again and let them activate. I've got to do this when I decide to play this again. It'll take me a good I don't know, 10 minutes to load up the EAA map again. And when I want to come and play on multiplayer, then I've got to deactivate the EAA map. So, you know, I mean, I could build 2 accounts. So I could have one just for the EAA and not play that online, and then have just one where I play online. I should have actually done that, to be fair. But I've only got the one account. As you can see, the one I'm playing on now. So, and I ain't sure whether you can register World of Trucks for 2 accounts. I ain't sure. So, something I've got to have a look into. I might make an account just solely so one can be either played online or one can be played offline. Heading towards the bottom. Must be near some kind of airport. Not sure which one we're at. Now, I've never been. I know there's a place in the game where you can deliver to an airport. I've never actually delivered anything. I found an airport in American Trucks as well. The other night, again, I did deliver to it. I drove past it. I should have had a nose, but I got a trailer on, and it would have been late if I'd have had a nosy around the map.
Keep left.
But at least I know where it is again, and we're going to have a nose one of the nights when I'm doing it around Paris is discovered. This is Paris. There's the Eiffel Tower. Oh, it's nowhere to be seen. Again. Let's see how I have been to Paris. I had done a lot of jobs in France, to be fair.
Keep left.
I tend to slow down when you come into the towns. It automatically slows you down. Not that I need to, because there's
right.
nobody about.
And then exit right.
He's on his own in France.
Exit right.
And I nearly missed the turn in there, which is nothing new. Again, nobody's perfect, and I'm far from it. It's just enjoyable to come on and have a good drive about. This Volvo for a little bit. I might even change it out into a different truck soon. Supporting me old England skins. Again, because it's a purchased item, the skin stays where it is. It's one thing I wish I could do, was find a way how they make their own skins. I would upload it again. I've said it before, but it's just understanding how to change the modded file and again get the templates to the certain trucks that we drive in the game. Watch that there's nothing behind me, which there isn't, because these roadworks other people might not see.
Keep left.
In the middle again.
Keep
so
left.
Past 4 in the afternoon again, so we might be able time to deliver this before it goes dark. It's a good thing not doing this in the night, at least you get to see where we are. No. Going uphill by the looks of it. Yep, it's an hill climb. Station services. Yes, I've never been up here because both petrol stations are greyed out. Again, I don't need no diesel, so I'll leave both. Well, I can only get to the one anyway. I'll drive past it, so at least I'll come in and do it at a later stage. Now I might just do this one stream live on there, and then I might load it up and do one where we've got a bit of traffic, because again it tends to be a lot quieter at this time of night, and I do need a bit of interaction. So we'll deliver this one, I'll load it up, and we'll go into the stream of just the game itself with the EAA map, some EAA map jobs. Because there ain't enough on the server at this present time this morning to make the game enjoyable. I do like to have a bit of something to do, you know, especially look out for cars and stuff. And I've got a few mods where the traffic does weird and wonderful things. Might even have a look at what mods we've got in. Again, they expected much interaction with that guy, you never even seen me. Now this is one thing, when you come anywhere into France, it's toll booths with these. There's loads of them. These toll roads are everywhere in France. So I always take caution coming through these, because I tend to hit either the exit or the entrance of them. So far tonight I hit either, so I'm doing really well. Petrol station, and I've been in it. And that's a negative, but I've been in that one. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go over to doing it normal standard game with a few mods in. There ain't enough people online. We've probably still got a good 10-15 minutes to go to deliver this one. It's a 19-hour job. Well, typical thing that we see in the game. Please go back to playing the base standard game. So there'll be cars on this motorway and different lorries, and it's good when you come to a junction. You know, you just pull out, and they won't let you pull out. You have to edge your way out. So I enjoyed that. And some crazy mods. Might actually go through a few mods, and we'll try a few new things. See what's on the Steam workshop. And I'll show you what mods I've got in at the moment once it's loaded up. So I'll load it up because it will take me a good 10 minutes to load it back to enable the AAA. I'll close it down and then we'll come back, and then I'll go through with what mods I run at the moment for Euro trucks. There's a few good ones. Again, I know there's a lot probably better out there that work like, but as I say, these are the only ones I can run at this specific time on the PC I'm running. If anybody watched last night's streamers, they know this PCA as good as the one that I was previously streaming on when I had my Logitech G920, but that one cost a lot more money than this PC, so I don't really want to ruin it just playing games. I know it ain't going to get ruined, but it is my bread and butter PC, where this one was my late dad's PC, never really got used. So, and again, it ain't doing a bad job. It's just when it comes to certain games, you call raw, run the settings at ultra high. Again, a bit of flickering I've noticed, but again, I'm not going to accept it on a PC. It's a PC world's finest, as I'll call it. Again, we needed a PC, so my dad insisted in going to PC World, where I insisted him go and have one specially built. Again, if he'd have had one specially built, it would have been a better spec. But what he paid for it, I think the only thing we got good from PC World was the graphics card. The rest of it is a bag of shit, end of. So, and then I need to find a couple of months later, it's out of stock. It was took out of stock, so it don't even exist at PC World now. That just tells you something. We paid over £1,000. Well, my dad paid over £1,000 for it. So, where the one I've got is over £2,500. Again, at the time it was the highest spec you could have in a PC. Again, there's a lot higher than that now, especially when it comes to graphics cards and processors and memory and stuff. But and it just shows that even that couldn't run all the pro mods, natural looks and everything. That's stutter, and that's on the dearer PC, so it just tells you something now. But again, it could be conflicting with a lot of software I've got on the other PC. It could be numerous things. And the PC originally was built for gaming anyway, so that's why I don't want to use the other one unless I have to. So I'm going to be saving the money I get from people that donate to the channel. That goes towards it. A bit of a combo here, eh, boys? Right. There was me thinking I was on my own. I can't believe Wiggins coming. It's still high enough to keep me on TruckersMP this morning. I'll need to get the job done and get back onto normal player. I don't know what that guy typed. Again, foreign. So, as we say in England, me no understand you. Right. What's this? These roads are a lot bendy, but again, these are nothing to compare to the roads where I'm in this EAA map, as I'll show you when we change over to normal player mode. I thought my head tracking would get in there. This game follows the road. If the road dips, so does my head. It seems to be down like that. Not as much as that, but then he comes back up. Now I've turned the pitch off.
Right, and then exit right.
Or I've lowered the pitch again. That's something else. I might make a little video of it, if I can get it to work.
Turn
because
right.
if anybody's looking into purchasing natural looks, where am I getting natural looks from? Some kind of head tracking for gameplay, then this track IR or recommend it enough. So simple. Yeah, I'm going to make a video for TruckerSMP, or why not? Do a little review, or at least show you the interface. Some of you might be familiar with it, others you might be debating whether to purchase something like TruckerSMP. So I'm so glad I did. Again, by the money I've spent with this and Tobii eye tracking, I could have bought a virtual headset. But to be fair, Tobii eye tracking wouldn't have worked on this big telly. Again, it would have had to go at the bottom of the bar, which is out of my eyesight, so we do need eye contact with the Tobii eye tracking, which of course it's in the name, isn't it? Eyes. Oh, and then I was like a concentration. Oh well, could be perfect. Slow down, my fault. But as it says, it's a good job I wore on normal player. And I took a few cars out there. It's a good job it is quiet. Oh, it's good. We're quite slowly now. It's me preaching driving safely and taking out the central reservation. Me bad. But going back to the eye tracking business, as I says, it wouldn't have worked anyway because it needs to be level with your eyes. So I had two choices: either go VR, which again I will do, go VR eventually. I want to experience that enclosed in something, but I wished there was somewhere closer to where I am here in the Midlands where I could try a VR headset before I purchase one. And I don't know anybody, a friend or anybody that's got any VR headsets. I just want to experience it before. I mean, I don't even know if there's if anybody knows any game shows or anywhere where they do it like exhibition halls or whatever, where you can try these kind of things out before you purchase them. I would love to experience it before we part with my money. I mean, you've got the optical rift, you've got the HV5, any or whatever it's called. You know, there's another brand that's not long come out. So it's a bit of a minefield with which one to pick up or which one to give your hard-earned money to. I'd say like these tracking bars, again, these don't come cheap. And the Tobii was 180 quid. And this TruckerSMP was a little bit dearer due to the fact I bought the cap with it as well, which again, but I think with the Pro Clip which I'm wearing now and the one that fits to the hat, which was the bundle, it come well over 200 quid. So again, you're looking at nearly 400 quid just on eye tracking devices. And again, they both do a good job. As I said last night, they've both got their weaknesses and they've both got their pluses. But the pluses weigh out the negatives for this TruckerSMP, where on the other one, the Tobii eye tracking, it's more negatives than positives. And it's a sad thing to say, but again, if the people that make the software, they'll get it right first time, then you know there ain't a lot they can do. And if they are going to listen to you, I mean, not to harp on about it, but I did mention it that Tobii eye tracking was a cut down version in Euro trucks and American trucks. and nothing's been done, nothing else has been said. All I've got was, yeah, we'll get onto our developers, blah 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 blah. This was on Twitter. When I complained, I made the video. It's probably one of the most watched videos on my channel, complaining about Toby eye tracking in Euro trucks and American trucks. Again, it wasn't having a dig at the people that make the game, and it wasn't having a dig at Toby. It was just sort of letting them know, listen, I've bought your product, I've parted with me all down cash. I expect better quality of what it is, yeah? Again, it's a total cut down version. So let's move forward a couple of months now.
And then turn
this
right.
track IR, it's no integration needed to work in American trucks or Euro trucks. It works straight off the bat. All you have to do is
turn right.
Load up their software before you load up the game. You don't even have to configure anything. You don't even have to go into any of the settings. It's all done for you. It's absolutely a breeze, which I'll show you after I've done this job. We'll go, like I said, I'll load up my things and get all them loaded first. Now we're here. Oh yeah, what was it? And I'll just show you about how easy. Now I could show you the Toby eye tracking because that's all set up on the other PC. I don't even install it.
Turn left.
But compared to how the interface looks on the Toby eye tracking compared to this, it couldn't get in no easier. It looked a bit hard at first. I was like, okay, what's this do and what's that do? But after 10-15 minutes, okay, so that's how we do it. Again, I did get showed how to make my own profiles, which again, once, it's like anybody, once people show you, I've got one of these memories. If somebody shows me how to do something, then I'll never forget it. Yeah. I've always been the same. You can write it down on paper, you can write it in a book, but if you show me with, you know, or make a video or anything, so that's how you do it, I'll never forget it. The other way, I'm like, how you do that, how you do that, you know what I mean? One of them I need to see how it's done. And I think most of them like that, if somebody's took the time to show us, look, this does this, to this, to that, then, you know, and you can always go back and watch a video, how people are doing things. But as I'll show you, there's that many things that gives this track IR really good positives. Even the ones that are as old classes. There's not thingy-bob, negatives really. It's just has to be done. It's either that or nothing. So it beats having to sit here and get the mouse and look right with your mouse and then left. By the time you've done that with your mouse, you could, you know, put your view back to the centre, try and pull out of a road, not even being on TruckersMP, like if you're playing it on normal box standard, then you hit the mountain, then you hit a van or you hit a car or another lorry. You don't get none of that. You know, that's real time virtual. You know, it's the hardcore driving still. Look left and right, because when R10, the whole cab R10 with a cab. But you get my gist, yeah. You can even slow it down, you know, for more precision. Again, I don't do it for this game. No jackiness, straight back to front view. What more did you ask for? Yeah. Anyway, like I said, as soon as we've dumped this trailer off, I'll show you around the interface, just show you how easy it is to do. I think I've got a information on how I always put up a website for TLBI tracking, and I just share out, just by looking at their examples, just how hard or how much messing about it is compared to how TrackIR is. Their whole interface is just out of this world. Well, I wouldn't say out of this world, but it's good. It really is good. As I said, one of the fella subscribers to the channel, Travis, he's a person that uses TrackIR. Even he stated in one of my streams that he prefers TrackIR over the TLBI tracking. So did my good friend Mark. He also purchased, because when I looked into getting something that did tracking rather than going down the VR route at the Pacific time, which would be about either late December, early January of this year, TrackIR, I couldn't purchase it from nowhere. Nowhere had got it in stock. There was bad reviews. So I'm thinking, I do definitely need to get something to, do this inbuilt camera. I don't want to be sitting using the mouse all the while. Now, if anybody's ever watched fellow YouTuber Squirrel, you'll know him from doing a lot of sims, mainly Euro, planes. He's got a bit of everything on his channel. But Squirrel uses like a little jog wheel. Again, I ain't totally sure that's all he uses. I know he has reviewed TrackIR, but I think he uses his little joystick, which again, I looked at purchasing one of them, and again, that was a Logitech item, and it was dear for what it was, so that was over £200 just to have a little joystick, which again would have made me being able to do left and right, and on a button, which again, I've got that now on the Fanatec wheel, but I've never had on the Logitech G920. So I thought, well, I don't want to go and spend that much money. Two, I've got to find somewhere to bolt it to the Apex frame I was using at the time. So that ended up being an O&O, but it looked good. So that's when I found a link for TLBI tracking, and straight away I thought, oh, it's done by your eyes. I ain't wearing nothing. I ain't got to put nothing on me. So I watched the video, just got to set it up, blah 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 blah. It supports head tracking to a minimum, but it's solely done with my eyes. Now I wear glasses for playing games, so I'm thinking, okay, will it wear with glasses? Read into it, fair that, no problems. Item come. Again, you have to make sure that you read the requirements. I've read people who've complained about buying it for a curved TV. Now come on fellas, if you're going to buy something that's straight, how is it going to go on the curved item? That's common sense, yeah. But again, it could be done, it just have to be stuck on with something at the straightest part of the curve. But I wouldn't advise buying it and putting it on a curved monitor or curved screen. It's got to be put on it. I would just basically recommend putting it on a flat screen. Also, there's requirements on how big a screen a TLBI tracking covers. Again, if I could have seen the bottom of the bar of my telly, I would have tried the tracking out on this, but of course my chest is sort of level with the bottom of the telly. I could higher the telly up, again, it still wouldn't be
Keep
in
right,
eye range
and then exit
of
right.
the little LEDs that track your eyes
Exit
anyway, so
right.
it's pointless. Hence why getting the track IR, as that is sort of like a little web camera, sits on top of the or your monitor, or in my case on top of my telly. It's got two little red LEDs that you can't see. I think, I don't know if it's two or three, there might be, I think there's two, possibly three. And then on the outer it has two little green LEDs. Now when you load up the software, the first LED goes green. That's to tell you that it's powered on. And you think, okay, so why are the other one working? Well, the other one comes into play when the actual game that you play loads up. So for my case, if I'm hitting Euro, I load up the interface, I check all the settings, which I'll show you
Take the second
in a
exit.
minute. But I check all the settings to make sure that the head tracking is acknowledging and I'm sat in the right position,
Exit
and
now.
it's going up and left and right to where I want it. And then of course you have to minimise it, you don't close it, because if you close it, that's it, you got to start again. So minimise it to system tray. Of course, pick your game, and as soon as your game loads and goes into what it does, your second green light comes on. That means you've got full tracking. Now on the actual interface, you've got a few designated buttons on your keyboard, again fully customizable, where you can change them to letters that or characters on your keyboard, or if you've got a button box or anything like that, you can assign them keys to that. And then they change different functions during the game.
To turn left.
Now we are that far, so I'm going to stop waffling about it because I want to show you rather than tell you. So let's just dump this trailer
Turn
off.
left.
And let's jump into it.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh dear, and I'll take this cushion down as well.
Turn
And
right.
hopefully stop
And
yawning.
then turn left.
Over here. Nice chemical factory. Not.
Turn
Say
left.
I've been here before. I don't know why I'm indicating because there's only me. Oops, daisy. Hope if I get in the right gear. And I'll stall it.
This is where it ends.
Right. For quickness, I am going to park it. So when I get on and show you this other video. Oh well, hope you enjoyed the stream, folks. If you like what you see, then don't forget to hit the subscribe, hit the bell, so that you don't miss any further upcoming streams or lives. And as we say in Titten, don't hold a bit, but I will be back in 10 minutes at the max. See you in a sec.